Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Point Racing Tier 1. Tonight they will be taking on the 4.657 14 corners to DRS Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya in Spain. I am the Johnny Damon, and I will be your host tonight, and it looks like we do have a wet qualifying to start here in Spain, so it is going to be a very interesting qualifying session, as we will see people continuously on lap after lap on the same set of tires. As the more worn out your tires get, the faster you are on the circuit. Very interested to see the tire choice, as the rain is definitely coming down heavy tonight in Spain, so we might have some wet tires on the circuit versus any intermediate, and it looks like that might be the case so far. Master OG currently the only one sitting on the intermediate tires, and Yo Prime as well, so they are probably going to be hoping for some sort of dry line that will get them through here. Master OG coming out on the intermediates. We do have a Haas out front, no, that is a Mercedes, and that is going to be Silos here, the first one out on the circuit here on full wet tires, as he is currently making his way around the circuit now into turn 4, I believe, and then into the heavy braking zone of turn 5, the nice hairpin here before he starts to make his way towards turn 7 and 8, which is a very tricky corner. If you don't get it right, you will lose the rear end of the car. And then up the hill into the fast right-hander, and right onto the back straight here, where usually DRS will be activated, but with a wet qualifying there will be no DRS here, so it's going to be all about getting the lap right with your current setup. As he's now carrying through Sector 3, getting ready to head into the new addition to the circuit. Probably, I want to say it was like 3 years ago, they got rid of the chicane off the exit of turn 14, and now beginning his lap here down the start-finish straight, heading towards turn 1. We do have another individual coming out of pit lane, but into turn 1 we go, all the way down into third gear, and he's going to make his way through turn 2, jump on board with him. Car definitely has some oversteer. It looks like he's ice skating a little bit out there on the circuit. Off the exit of turn 3, heading towards the hairpin of turn 4, on the brakes all the way down into third gear, trying to keep that car under control. He is really struggling so far in this qualifying session. Probably a lot of fuel in that car, which is causing it to be unbalanced a little bit through turn 6, and now into the braking zone of 7. Up the hill we go into the right-hander, and now down the long backstretch here in towards turn 10. Good opportunity to make some passage here. 101.6 so far through 2 sectors. Into the final sector we go, and traffic is starting to get backed up here in the final sector, as we do have a McLaren pulled off to the inside to let Silos through, and now into the final corner, and off the exit of turn 14 and down the start-finish straight. Let's see what he's going to put down, a 128.2, and on board with Master OG as he is making his way across with a 127.8. Next one to come across the line, that's going to be Osmanian Devil with a 130.3, and jump on board with Bonga here as he's making his way through turn 10 into second gear, back on the throttle at the apex, about half throttle here as he's going up through the gears now through turn 12. He's got 2 more corners in front of him through the penultimate corner down this little straight here, which is going to bring him back downhill into turn 14. Off the exit and heading towards the start-finish line, and let's see, he's actually on an outlap. Echo Alex is just beginning his lap. Shankadelic's on an outlap. Asian Kid has just begun his lap. Like me or not, currently on an outlap. Gecko making his way through Sector 3 now. Got some traffic. Sotzi jumps up to the pole with a 127.1. Nearly 8/10 faster than, or 7/10 faster than OG in that P2 position. Off the exit of the final corners. In through turn 14, now down the start finish straight, gonna come across the line, and he's gonna be up to the 128.296. As Sotzi is making his way through the hairpin of turn 5, now into the braking zone of turn 6, or through the hairpin of turn 4 into the braking zone of turn 5, carrying all the way down through turns 7 and 8 as we speak. Big Manry jumps up to a provisional pole with a 126.659, so great lap by him for his first lap. Raptor coming through sector 3, and he's going to be working his way towards turn 14 or 13 and 14 as he makes his way off the penultimate corner in the Red Bull. Comes Raptor now through turn 14 back on the power, using a little bit of ERS as he comes across the line and starts out with a 131.4. Shankadelic's going to come across the line, and he's going to jump up into that P8 position with a 128.3. Like me or not, is currently working his way towards the start finish line, and he's going to come across with a 129.9 in that P11 position. Currently waiting on R. Manson and Prime as they are on some outlaps here. Echo Alex is 4/10 down from his time. Sotzi is currently on a lap. He is improving. Now he's going to make his way into the hairpin of turn 5, slides that car in a little deep. Off the exit, full power, heading towards the final corner here, or towards turn 7 and 8, up the hill into turn 9 and down the long backstretch. We'll see if he is currently up on his time as he's making his way into the sector 2 split, and he is 4/10 up on the time for the time being. Still needs some more time to make up here if he's looking to compete with Manry up at the front. And comes across with a 26.657 and takes the new provisional pole, 0.02 of a second quicker than Manry there. On board with Echo Alex coming through sector 1, down the hill in through turn 6, now going to break into turn 7, up the hill again, and into the turn 9 we go, and down the long back stretch, heading towards sector 2 split. See if he's currently up on his time here in the qualifying session. He is 3.5 up, looking to jump ahead of Silos for that P3 position. Still needs to gain quite a bit of time here if he's looking to get himself set up for the front row. Into turn 13 we go, and now down the hill towards the final corner and off the exit we go, not using any of that exit curb. We start to see a dry line forming a little bit, and he does gain enough time to put himself into that P3 position. Castana currently looks like he's just on an in-lap. Gecko is still on a lap here for the time being as he's making his way through sector 2. Just one moment, folks. Here we go. Making our way into Europe car here off the exit, now heading towards New Holland, and he's going to be looking at the start finish line right in front of him and comes across, no improvement on the time, so let's get Alan J back in here. As he's making his way through Renault and heading towards Repsol, he gets really loose there off the exit of Renault into Repsol. Unfortunately, I think that's going to cost him big during that lap. On board with Master OG, not on a lap, I don't think so, as he's now carrying down into Worth, and then going to go back up the hill into Kampsa. And it looks like Asian Kid may have spun out there in Sector 2 after Repsol, and he is going to be starting from the back. Salty up on provisional pole, improves his time a little bit more to a 126.2, sitting nearly 4/10 ahead of Big Mannery. And now through the final quarters into New Holland. Up turn 14 and off the exit we go, heading towards the start finish line on those intermediate tires, and it's going to be good enough for that P7 position. And it looks like Shankadelic, or it might have been Manry, is 4.5 up on his time, so he's looking to compete for the new provisional pole. Deco sitting there currently in that P2 position off of New Holland we go, heading towards the start finish line. Across the line we go, and Manry's the first driver down into the 125s, sitting with a 125.669, and he has taken the new provisional pole. Alan J has left the session once again. On board Master OG as he's making his way down the backstretch heading into La Kaitsa, I'll say Kaitsa. Now to Banque Sabadell, heading towards Europe car, and he gets really loose off the exit of Banque Sabadell, so that is going to be the end of that lap for him. Castana did improve 0.3 on his time into that P8 position. Silos off the exit of the final corner, and he comes, Silos is currently on a lap, but he has not improved through Sector 1. We'll see how he does off of Kampsa. Heading down the backstretch, he is burning that ERS to come across Sector 2 split here. And let's see, he's nearly a half a second up on his time. It is going to be able to improve him up into that P3, P4 position for the time being. He does need to gain a little bit more as he's making his way through into Europe car of turn 13. Back down the hill into New Holland we go. Off the exit of the final corner, heading towards the start finish line. And he's going to come across and puts himself up into that P4 position. Pretty close, right behind Satsi. Master OG looking to give it a run one more time. 2.5 up through Sector 1. Now coming into Sector 2. Half a second up on a time here into Sector 2. Still needs to find some more time if he wants to try and jump up the leaderboard a little bit further. Off the exit of Banque Sabadell, now into Europe car heading towards New Holland. And off the exit we go. He's going to keep this car nice and tight. He really gets loose off the exit, burning the rest of that ERS. And he's good enough for that P5 position with a 126.480. And he must have lost some time somewhere in that lap, as Bonnet is on a lap for the time being, heading into Repsol. And now he's going to make his way off the exit. Into seat we go. through Worth and up the hill towards Kampsa. Doesn't look like he's burning any ERS here. No, he is not. He must have backing out of his lap. Osmanian Devil coming across the line to start his next flyer. 3 minutes to go here in the qualifying session. Osmanian Devil's making his way down into turn 1 of the Elf. And off the exit he goes. I'm gonna guess that is a Aston Martin. Not exactly sure. But as he's making his way off the exit of Renault, heading towards Repsol of turn 4, he's about a tenth and a half up on his time for the time being. Through Repsol, gets really loose on the exit. Must have been some oversteer there into seat. And now he is probably going to back out of that lap and give it another run. SP down here making his way, getting ready for another lap. Raptor KK is currently not up on his time. Manson Sim is up. He gets really wide there off the exit of New Holland, but he does improve and puts himself in that P11 position, so a solid lap for him. On board with Sotsi here as he's making his way through Renault now. Of turn 3, he's going to be hitting this little straight. Struggling with the power here into Repsol we go. He's 4/10 down on the time, so he's unfortunately not improving. About a minute 30 to go. He's going to have to find a way to get this car under control, and he must have backed out of his lap. Silos here starting his final flyer of the qualifying session, just came out of pit lane, so he is going to be looking to get those tires up to temperature, or actually must have finished the lap. My apologies. Deco 17 thousandths of a second up on his time, through Worth and up the hill, really deep into turn 7, now off of Kampsa. Yo Prime has retired from the session. He was satisfied with his time. Deco coming through sector 2. 2.5 tenths nearly up on his time, looking to jump ahead of Master OG here to put himself in P7. Needs a little bit more time if he wants to get onto that third row. Into Europe car now heading towards New Holland, and he's going to come off the exit of turn 14 and down the start finish straight. Comes across, improves 2/10, does get ahead of Master OG, but unfortunately not enough for that third row. Sotsi is making his way through Elf and now Renault heading towards Repsol. On board with Castana here as he's currently on a in-lap or an out-lap. Shankadelic through Worth, up the hill through into Kampsa as Big Manry is still making his way through. And across sector 2 split, is Shankadelic going to be able to improve? He's 29 thousandths of a second up on his time. Not enough to challenge for pole position at the time being. Manry does have a purple sector 2. He is looking to improve. Shankadelic now making his way into the penultimate corner off the exit heading towards New Holland of turn 14. Burning that battery through the corner. A little slide off the exit, comes across the line, and still not enough. He's 10th or actually 100th off. And then Big Manry goes up even further for another fastest lap of the qualifying session. Improves down into the 124. Sotsi off the exit of New Holland. He's going to come across the line, and he does not improve on his lap. Deco dives into the pit lane. Is SP currently on a lap? And it doesn't look to be so. And there you have it, folks. That is going to be your qualifying here at Barcelona. Be interesting to find out what the Grand Prix weather is going to be. But at the time being, we do have some wet weather here for the qualifying. And Big Manny will take your pole in Barcelona. So you got Manry on pole, Shank in P2, Prime in P3, Castana in 4th, Satsi in 5th, Silos in P6, Deco in 7th, Master OG in 8th, and he did his lap on a set of intermediates. Echo Alex in 9th, Like Me or Not in 10th, Bong at 11th, Manson Sim 12th, Anime Boy 13th, Osmanian Devil 14th, 15th is Raptor, SP is 15th, 17th is Allen, and Asian Kid is gonna round out the field. And we do have a dry start here to the Grand Prix. So I wonder if any weather is in store here for the race. We got 33 laps here around the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya in Spain. Fortunately, I did not have a points update for anybody. I will get that out for you all next week. And then we will have updated points to see if anything has shifted from Montreal of round 5. We will have a formation lap, so I will be pulling up the tire graphics for you as we are on the formation lap. should be getting going shortly here. Just waiting on the final strategy setups, and then we will be rolling with the formation lap to begin, and right into the 33 laps after that. Alright, never mind. No formation lap 4, 5 red lights, and the lights are out, and away we go, making a run down into Elf. And it looks like Big Man got a great jump. Top 3 all got a great jump, but here comes Katana challenging down the inside, and somebody's off into the grass in the background. Another one deep in through turn 1. Not exactly sure who that was as we're making our way through Renault. Heading now towards Repsol. And you got Big Man, he had taken the lead so far, side by side between Master and Silos. And Master OG is going to go down the inside of Silos and takes over. And here comes Echo Alex challenging through the inside of Seat. And he's going to be able to jump up into that P6 position. Anime Boy has fallen through all the way to the bottom of the grid. Must have made a mistake and spun somewhere. Yo Prime is looking to challenge Shankadelic here down the backstretch into Kaya. We go off the exit of turn 10 into 11 of Bonk Sabadell. Around the outside is Softy. Softy's still going to challenge for that P3 position. Manry, in the meantime, has opened up a full second gap here on the opening lap. DRS will be activated this time through. And everybody is starting to sort themselves out after a wet qualifying. But we do have Prime and Katana both challenging for position. Softy down through the inside of Elf on Shankadelic. Shankadelic going to force him a little wide off the exit of turn 2. And now Softy's going to be putting on the charge, heading after Big Manry up ahead, who's got a 1.3 second gap ahead of him. And Shankadelic was able to defend off Katana through the first 2 corners. And he's going to hang on to that P3 position. DRS is activated. Is anybody going to be looking to challenge into turn 10 as we're making our way through Worth, and up the hill we go. And we got nearly a second separating Softy and Shankadelic. So now Shank is going to be vulnerable here to Castana heading down this long backstretch into turn 10. And a challenge from Master OG down the inside of Prime in through turn 10. He's looking to now challenge on Katana in front of him for that P4 position. He doesn't want to let the leader extend out too far. In the meantime, off of New Holland we go. We got Softy and Manry. Softy's gonna have the DRS on Manry. Sets the fastest lap of a 1:15.190. Down into Elf we go, and Softy is the new race leader here on lap 3. Shankadelic did hold off Katana, as Deco was able to get by Bonga, like me or not, is able to get by Armanson Sim, but he does get a little loose off the exit of turn 2, and through Renault, he's going to maintain that position 2.5 seconds back from Bonga in front. And nobody is challenging into seat, but everybody is still sitting single file here. Big Manry a half a second off the back of Softy as we're making our way up the hill in towards Kampsa. Shankadelic is going to be under pressure though from Castana here. And Manry's still trying to hang on to the groups in front. SP with a 10-second penalty for track limit, and he is going to retire from the session on the circuit. That is going to be an issue from the steward's office. And off the exit of turn 9, and it looks like Saucy has broken the 1 second gap to Manry here as we're heading down the start-finish straight. But Saucy is currently regenerating his battery. Castano's not going to challenge down the inside, but we got a side-by-side between Yo Prime and Echo. And Echo is going to jump up into the P6 position and hang on to it for the time being. The group right behind him here, about 5 or 6 cars, like me or not, all heading towards Repsol now. Question is Manry going to be able to challenge Saucy? Saucy's got a 1.3 second gap off the exit of Seat, and he's really opening up to 1.5 seconds now. Shank is 2 seconds behind, and let's pull up the tires actually, because I'm not exactly sure. Saucy is on a set of soft, the rest of the field on medium, with Manson on soft and Anime on soft as well. Pull up biggest movers so far. Saucy up 4, now in J, now up 6 positions as he was able to get by Like Me or Not down the back stretch, and he's going to jump up into that P11 position. And the question is Castana going to be close enough to challenge Shankadelic for that P3 position? Shank going to defend the inside. Master OG looking around the outside as well, and he's going to be able to jump up into P4 as Castana and Shankadelic has lost 2 positions there. Like Me or Not, and it looks like a little bit of contact. Manson Sims went off the circuit and around he goes, and I wonder if that was contact or potentially a rear lockup. Not too sure on that one exactly. And it looks like Castana goes a little deep into Seat corner. And now Master OG challenging him through the inside of Worth. He's going to get a little bump there as we're going up the hill into Campsa. Off the exit of turn 9, down the backstretch, DRS wings are open. And here comes Master OG. He's not going to be looking for a move, but Echo goes for a move down the inside of Shankadelic, and he's going to be able to jump up into that P5 position. So far Shankadelic is going backwards here, and it's not looking very promising for him at the time being. He wants to still challenge on Echo Alex off the exit of New Holland. He is going to get the DRS, jumps down to the inside, overtakes Echo Alex. Now he's going to carry Yo Prime with him as well. And Echo Alex is going to fall back down into that P7 position. Big Manry trying to hang on, 1.8 off of the back of Saucy. Castana is still falling and losing time, 3.3 off the back of Big Manry for that P2 position. As we ride on board with Master OG, pulls right up to that rear diffuser of Castana here. As we're heading into Worth Corner, up the hill once again towards Campsa, and it looks like Master OG is going to compromise his speed just a little bit off the sausage curb in the apex of turn 8, and now he's going to fall back and continue to fall right behind Castana in front of him. And it looks like Asian Kid made a mistake off of Campsa, as Anime and Raptor both were able to get by him there and move up some positions. We do have a long DRS train from P3 all the way down into P10. Master OG is going to get through on Castana here as we're making our run down into Elf corner of turn 1, and he's going to be able to maintain that position. Castana though does get a better run than he does off the exit, as we're now making our way through Renault, heading towards Repsol, the hairpin. Question is, when are the soft tires going to fall off for Saucy here out front? Manry's sitting at about 60% battery, Saucy at about 50. Master's burning a little bit, down to 50% as well. And we got another mistake made, and that was us making him devil through Renault, as he's now parked on the inside, and it is going to bring out a safety car, and I'm pretty sure that is not going to be a promising sight here for the stewards as he retires well. And all your leaders are going to jump into pit lane. The only one that stays out is going to be Big Manry here on lap 8. We do have a safety car here on lap 8. Sopsy did go in to get off the soft tires and brought everybody in behind him. And everybody went to a set of hard tires. Like me or not, stayed out on his mediums. Soft tires, Foyo Prime and Asian Kid both on a set of soft tires here. And Big Manry stayed out on his 7-lap-old mediums as well. Still your biggest movers, up 6 places for Allen, up 5 for Master OG, and up 5 for Asian Kid as well. Safety car will be in this lap, so we will be back to green off the exit of turn 14. And Manry get it back up the field, and we will jump on board with Sopsy to see if he's going to challenge him down into turn 1 of L. Safety car into pit lane, and it looks like we are back under green heading into New Holland, and Manry's gonna lead us on the charge towards turn 1. Sopsy in that slipstream pulls right up to the rear. The fielder jumps to the inside of him, and is he gonna be looking to jump up into that P1 position once again? Manry's not gonna let him through. He's gonna hang it around the outside of turn 1, and through Renault we go. Manry's still your leader. And here comes Master OG, though, looking to challenge potentially around the outside of Repsol. Manry or Sopsy still challenging through the inside. Going to have the inside to seat corner. And that is going to allow Master OG to tuck right underneath Sopsy for that P2 position. And we got a 3-car battle up into Worth Corner. Now up the hill heading towards Kansas. And we already see Gecko has backed up the field 1.6 seconds into another group here. And it looks like we got a challenge on Master OG from Castana down into the inside. And around the outside goes Prime into Bonk Sabadell, and it looks like everybody's going to get right back in the line. Asian Kit is battling with Raptor here as they make their way through Bonk Sabadell. Raptor is going to hang on to the position into Europe car, now New Holland, Master OG with a 3-second time penalty. DRS has been re-enabled here as we're making our way down to Elf Corner. Shank down to the inside and makes some contact with Yo Prime and jumps into that P5 position, put himself inside the top 10 or top 5. 7 cars all battling here up in the front. A second separating Deco and Silos. Now into Worth Corner we go, and back up the hill towards Kampsa. Asian Kid is still battling with Raptor KK here for that P11 position. Prime is looking to challenge on Shank here around the outside, and contact was made, and it looks like that was more or less on Yo Prime versus Shankadelic. Heading towards New Holland, Softy is going to get the DRS nearly 3/10 off the back of Manry here as we come across the start-finish line. He is going to pull Master OG through the inside as well. Both of them are going to overtake Big Manry into Elf Corner. And now we got a new 1-2 between your top 3. Big Manry dropping down into that 3rd place position. Silos hanging on to P9 with Alan J all over his rear diffuser as they make their way through Repsol heading towards Seat Corner. And it looks like Silos is still going to hang on to that position for the time being. Master OG less than 2/10 off the rear diffuser of Softy here. Off the exit of camp, so we go. Who's going to get the move down into turn 10 we go, and it looks like Softy is going to hold on to that position. Master OG still all over him in that McLaren. Softy in the Mercedes off the exit of Bonk Sabadell, and it looks like we're going to head towards New Holland. DRS for Master OG here. Is he going to be looking to make that move down the start-finish straight? He's got that DRS flap wide open, pulls right up to the rear diffuser, jumps to the right-hand side, down heading towards Elf Corner, and we got a new leader in Master OG. He is going to take the race lead away from Softy here on lap 13. Silos was able to get by Deco Becerra, but now Deco is going to try and fight back again off the outside of Renault, but he is being challenged through the inside by Alan J heading towards Repsol. And it looks like Alan J is going to jump up inside the top 10 now in P9. Off the exit of Seat Corner we go, and still Softy on the rear diffuser of Master OG with Manry right behind him. Prime with a 3-second penalty here off the exit of Kampsa. Silos 4.2 seconds, under 4 seconds. He's now looking to challenge and push towards Yo Prime, but he is losing time as he's making his way through Bonk Sabadell, heading towards the final 2 corners for Silos' group that he's got. Softy is looking to challenge on Master OG. Master goes to the inside, allows Softy to take the racing line, making their way through turn 2, now Renault of turn 3. Silos and Alan J battling side by side. Alan J is going to jump up into that P8 position. Big Manry sitting in P3 on 14-lap-old medium tires. Everybody else on a fresher set of hard tires, except for his 2 drivers, are on a set of soft. down the long backstretch here in towards turn 10 of Lakaya. Now Bonk Sabadell here. Got Master OG still all over that rear diffuser of Satsi as we're heading through turn 13 into turn 14. Off the exit you go. And Manry starting to hold up the field, being a second back nearly. Master OG down through the inside, and he's going to jump back up into the race lead into turn 1. Neil Prime has dived into pit lane, looking to get off those soft tires now and have fresher tires for the end of the race. Manry has closed back up to 4/10 on the leaders. Seems to lose his time trying to find the grip off the exit of the slower corners as we're heading down the hill through turn 6 into Worth Corner and up the hill towards Campsa. Philo's still looking to fight with Alan J here. He would like to jump himself into that P7 position. He gets really loose, getting on the power early, but he goes around the outside of Bonk Sabadell, and it looks like Alan J is going to try and defend him off here as we're heading through Europe car into New Holland and down the start-finish straight, and it looked like Softy made another move on Master OG, and that's going to jump him back into the race lead. Silos is going to make a move. Gecko also makes that move on Alan J here. So now Alan J has lost 2 positions down the start-finish straight. Manry's medium tires are starting to fall off here on lap 16. He did not pit under that initial safety car, so he is down in that P3 position, 1.4 off the back, and still losing time. Master OG is all over the rear diffuser of Satsi. Satsi gets a little loose going through turn 13. DRS flap is going to open up, and Satsi goes to the inside. Master OG follows right behind. Now he breaks out of the slipstream. Manry's going to lose a position to Castana here, and now Castana's got a lot of ground to make up to get back into DRS of the 2 race leaders in front of him. Here goes Deco through the inside of Silos. He's going to jump up into that P7 position. There's a nice little 3-car battle going on here. And then a 2-car battle for the lead in a 4 cars all battling for the final podium position. Shankadelic was looking around the outside of Steep Corner on Manry. He's got the better tires at this point in the Grand Prix, and he's going to jump up into that P4 position. We will get DRS on this back straight to try and close up that gap to Castana in front, but Castana has not made any time on the race leaders in front of him. Here comes Master OG, opens up that rear DRS flap down the start-finish straight. He's going to pull to the right-hand side and regain the lead here on lap 18. Got halfway through at this time and through Elf Corner and now into Renault. And Master OG is your new race leader on lap 18 here. Silos down through the inside into Elf Corner. Gecko, he gets off onto the inside curb there through turn 2. And he's going to lose 2 more positions once again. And Silo's looking to go defensive on Alan J behind him into Repsol. And now heading towards Seat Corner. Is Alan going to peek down the inside? No, he's not. is going to continue to follow behind as they've fallen 10 seconds back from Echo Alex and the BRF train in front of them. Heading through New Holland, Big Manry in that P5 position. Still has yet to pit. He's probably going to be hoping for another safety car or be looking to go onto a set of softs to the end. But Master OG is now back down into that P2 position as Sotsy has jumped up into the race lead here on lap 19. Alan J around the outside of Silos into Elf Corner, and he's going to be back up into that P7 spot. Master OG is still all over the rear diffuser of Sotsy in front, into Worth Corner, up the hill, heading towards Campta as we're making our way off the exit of turn 9. DRS flap wide open, heading now into the braking zone of turn 10. Through Bonk Sabadell, your two race leaders have opened up a 3.1 second gap to Castana in P3. And off the exit one more time from New Holland and down the start-finish straight. And here comes Master OG looking to overtake Saucy down into turn 1. Shankadelic was able to overtake Castana, jump himself onto that podium position. Manry challenging Echo Alex through turn 2, and he's going to hang on to P5, keep himself inside the top 5 here. Silos, he's going to work his way, but Alan J is now under attack from Deco, and Deco's not going to be able to jump up a position. Bonga has moved up into P11. Echo Alex was able to get by Big Manry into the braking zone of Seat Corner of turn 5, I want to say. Asian Kid has retired, and it looked like he retired off the exit of turn 13 into the inside wall. Not exactly sure what happened there, and now, like me or not, is going to be able to come by, catch back up to the field, and not potentially go a lap down here. So this is going to benefit him big time. Big Manry kind of getting bailed out at this time here on lap 20 on a set of 20 lap old medium tires. So he's going to dive into pit lane. All your leaders have gone into pit lane here, and let's see if we got any potential double stacks from your top 5. Oh, Sopsy and Castana both got a or no, who's that? Shank or Sopsy had a double stack, and he's fallen all the way down into that P5 position. So that is going to hurt him big time. And now he's down into 5th place. 10-second penalty for Manson feeding into pit lane. And everybody is most likely going to come out on a set of soft tires. Absolutely not. Master on a set of medium. Shank on a set of soft. Medium for Castana and Echo. Sotsy and Manry on the red wall soft tires. Silos on medium, Prime on 6 lap old hards. Alan J, Deco, Anime, Bonget, Manson, and Raptor all on a set of mediums, but like me or not, on a set of soft. So your second safety car here on lap 21, and it's going to be interesting as Master OG is now up 7 positions, 8 positions for Alan J, up 5 for Echo Alex. And then Manry and Prime both lost 5 positions. Be doing one more lap here under the safety car, and then we will go back to Grease. Making our way through Worth Corner and up the hill at the camp. Safety cars should be giving us the message here. We will have about 11 laps to go of green flag racing. And there it is. The message has popped up. And the thing about this is Master OG has Like Me or Not in right behind him, and that's going to hold up the individuals further back. Master OG is going to come across the start-finish line to lead us under green. And back to green flag we go. Castana immediately looking to make a move. So what happened? Oh, Asian Kid has left the session. Oh, yeah. Like Me or Not, currently letting everybody through. And Master OG already opens up a 1 second gap to the leaders behind him. Thoughtsy already into that P4 position on a set of soft tires, looking to challenge the medium runners in front of him. Is he going to go down the inside? And he does make that move down into the inside of Echo for P3. Is he going to be able to hang it around the outside of Bonk Sabadell? Big Manry goes right around the outside of Bonk Sabadell. Now he completes the move up into P4 through Europe car. DRS has been activated once again. Castana sitting in P2. Will there be a Mercedes swap here heading into turn 1? No, there will not be. Castana is going to continue to try and put the charge on here. See if he can close up to the rear diffuser of Master OG once again. Alan J through the inside of Silos in Repsol corner, and it looks like Stotsy's going to challenge his teammate down into Worth, and it looks like Stotsy's now 1.5 seconds off the back of Master OG here as we're making our way down the back middle straight heading towards turn 10. Manry down the inside of Castana. Castana with a little bit of a switchback. Contact made between the two, and it looks like it's going to be a spinorama for both Manry and Castana there. through turn 10 as Manry might have gotten on the power too soon and caused himself to go around. Sotsy with the fastest lap, trying to close up to the back of Master OG, nearly 1.5 seconds. Echo Alex trying to hang within the 3-second margin of Master. Alan J is able to get by Yo Prime for that P5 position. Castana's now got to find a way to work his way back through the field after contact was made between him and Manry. Castana through the inside of Prime, through Repsol, and now he's going to jump back into that P6 position into seat corner. Manry's going to make the move on Raptor through seat corner as well. Heading through Europe car now towards New Holland. And here comes Shankanelic down the inside, and he's going to jump onto a podium here in that P3 position. Castana back into P5. Sits up 33. We got about 8 laps to go. Silo's around the outside of Yo Prime into Repsol, and he's going to jump up into that P7 position. Now he's looking to go on the attack to Alan J in front. As we make our way into turn 10, Master OG is still going to hang on to the race lead. Anime Boys looking to make a move on Yo Prime through the inside, now around the outside of Bonk Sabadell, and it looks like Anime Boy moves up into P8, and he's going to jump into closer to the top 5. Master OG loses out to Sotsy in front. Shankadelic is defending off Echo Alex here. They need to stay within 3 seconds of Master OG. They want to end up on the podium. Bonget is going to get around Gecko inside the top 10 for the final point paying position. Gecko's going to continuously look to challenge. He wants that final point given out here. Off the exit of turn 9, now down the middle straight, heading towards turn 10, and it looks like Sotsy is going to be able to hang on and defend into Bonk Sabadell as well. Nobody is looking to make a move into turn 10. Sotsy with a new fastest lap. But here comes Master OG on the medium tires. Closes up right to that rear diffuser. Does not look to make that move. Echo Alex was able to jump inside onto the final podium. They have fallen outside the 3-second range to Master OG. Alan J through the inside of Elf Corner on Castana, and he's going to be back up inside the top 5. But Castana is continuing to look to fight into Repsol. He's going to jump right back behind Alan J into Repsol corner. Through seat corner, we still got Sotsy as the race leader. Gecko has made a move. Or no, it looks like Yo Prime made a mistake through Repsol corner, and he's fallen down through the grid. Master OG once again still challenging to try and get the race win on circuit with any potential to get that 3 seconds move. He gets removed. He gets a little loose off the exit of Bonk Sabadell, but he is going to get the DRS continuously to Sotsy here as the DRS slot opens 4/10 and closing. He jumps back to the left-hand side to break out of the slipstream and continuing to let Salty lead. Meanwhile, Shankadelic is going to make a move on Echo Alex. Castana and Alan J are still fighting for the top 5 position. Castana gets through, and so does Silos on the start-finish straight. Gecko's made a move on Bonget. Raptors also made a move on Manry down into turn 1, Elf Corner. As we find our way through Worth Corner, Master OG still hanging on to the rear diffuser of Sopsy off the exit. DRS flap wide open. Sopsy tires are probably starting to get a little bit more dead. About 8 laps old on those soft tires compared to Master OG being on the mediums as we're coming through Bonk Sabadell one more time. Is Master going to get a better run off the exit of turn 14? Down the start-finish straight, closes up to the rear diffuser, through the inside. 4 laps to go here in Barcelona. And it looks like Echo makes a move to get through on Shank. Castana's going to try and defend Silos down into turn 1. And Silos looking for a move down the inside. And it does kind of scare Shank a little bit. Bonget was able to get through into P9. An extra point for him here on lap 30. He's just got to fight off Gecko, and then he's got a little bit of a gap behind him, but they want to hang on to Alan, to Anime Boy right in front of him. Shankadelic through the inside into Lakaya, and now he gets up into the podium position. Down the start-finish straight one more time to start lap 31 here in Spain. And we've got Master OG and Sopsy both looking to fight for the win on the circuit. Sopsy does get by, so does an Echo Alex. He goes around the outside as well. Let's make our way through Lakaya, or Repsol, into Seat Corner. Now through Worth Corner, up the hill towards Campsa. The 2 leaders still fighting it out here, 4.5 seconds ahead. Master OG pulls right up to the outside of Sopsy, and he's going to begin the penultimate lap here. Shankadelic works his way through. Castana's looking to defend off Silos here, down into Elf Corner. Around the outside, Silos goes now through the inside of turn 2, and around the outside of Renault. And it looks like Castana is going to defend him off here on lap 32 of 33. Silos does have a little bit more battery at this time over Castana in front of him. Master goes really deep into the gravel there off the exit of Campsa of turn 9. In through New Holland we go. And it looks like Master's gonna give up on trying to challenge Thoughtsy for the lead. Shankadelic defends off Echo down into Elf Corner. Silos peeking down the inside, this time side by side through turn 2. On Katana, in contact made between the two behind him. Not sure what happened there. Alan J was able to keep that car maintained straight forward. Silos has dropped down outside of the top 10, and he's struggling to get that car back under control. Off the exit of Campsa Corner on the final lap here at Barcelona, and it looks like Master OG is gonna come home in second with that 3-second penalty. Thoughtsy though through Bonk Sabadell for the final time into Europe car. Now through New Holland, and something happened. Anime Boy through the inside, and it looks like Thoughtsy's going to take the race win. Master OG going across the line backwards. Shank and Echo are going to round out your podium as Master finishes P4. And Katana in 5th. Anime Boy 6th, 7th, and 8th, 9th. All that comes across the line in a battle. Bonget is going to come across the 9th. Raptor jumps up in 10th. Manson in 11th. Silos unfortunately made a big mistake, and he's going to come home in P11. Manry down in that P13 position will come across the line. Sets the fastest lap of the 113.1. Like me or not, just slowly, creepily working his way around Bonk Sabadell in towards Europe car now, and off the final corner, heading towards the start-finish line. He's gonna come home in P15. So here we have it, folks. Thoughtsy at the top with Shankadelic in P2, Echo Alex in 3rd, Master OG 4th, Kastana in 5th, Anime Boy 6th, Alan J 7th, Deco in 8th, Bong at 9th, Raptor 10th, Silos in 11th, Manson Sim 12th, Manry 13th, Yo Prime 14th. Like me or not, will round out your finishers. And then 16th is Asian Kid, Osmanian Devil, and SP are unfortunately going to be DNF'd. So that was your Tier 1 here at Barcelona. And tune in on Thursday night at 9 p.m. as your Tier 2 will be taking on the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring at 9 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday night. In the meantime, I'm the Johnny Damon. It's been a pleasure commentating tonight. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you next week as Tier 1 will be taking on the Red Bull Ring at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So just tune in for a wonderful Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week.